So for today's video, I decided to do this really summer, glowy, bronzed look. Based it pretty much around MAC products. I really enjoyed how this turned out. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so jumping right in, I have nothing on my face. I'm gonna start off with the MAC Fix Plus, just the original one, and I'm just gonna mist it all over my face. So then on top of that, I'm going to be doing MAC Strobe Cream. I haven't really been wearing makeup that often, so what I've been doing is just putting this right there, right along my cheekbones and my forehead. I've been loving the way this has been looking. Really oily skin, and it doesn't make me look oily, it makes me look highlighted. Then I'm avoiding the T-zones because that's where I'm going to be putting my mattifying primer. There's going to be a couple things that aren't MAC just because I just recently got on like the whole MAC train, but for the most part everything is MAC brand. I'm going to be using Becca's Ever Matte Poreless Perfecting Primer. So far this is the best primer I've found for my oily skin, especially in the summer. I'm either not wearing makeup or I'm wearing a full face, and I want my full face to last all day, especially in the heat and the humidity. And you just want to kind of press it into your skin and only put this on the very oily parts of your face because it is very mattifying. And you want to put on the foundation pretty quickly afterwards or else it'll turn like a whitish color. Now going on to my favorite summer foundation that I found so far. I was using the Double Wear. I used the NARS Long Wear Radiant Foundation. I was using the Too Faced one. I was using the Kat Von D one. This MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. I know it's tiny. It is so good. I'm gonna buff that all into my face. Okay, so now that that foundation is set, I'm gonna go ahead with concealer. I'm gonna be using the Tarte Shape Tape. I do really enjoy MAC's Pro Longwear concealer, but when I went the other day, they didn't have my shade, so I had to order it. But this will do for now. It's a little bit light, so I'll just have to make sure I correct it with powders. Just using a wet beauty sponge, and I'm going to go ahead and put that all under my eyes. Okay, now that that concealer is set, going ahead with some translucent powder, I'm going to dip my sponge in there and then go ahead and bake the under eye area. Okay, while that is setting, I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Medium Deep. Just using a fluffy brush, I'm going to go ahead and hit the areas that I didn't bake with that translucent powder. This is more of a translucent coverage. They do have a powder that is more medium to full coverage, which you could use as like your actual foundation, but this is meant to go over their liquid. And I do like this by itself for more of a natural look, and I just kind of want to put some more color in my face. Yeah, make sure you drag down. This is a little bit darker. I haven't really been in the sun that much lately, but it works if I just drag it down to my neck. With that same fluffy brush that you just used to apply that powder all over, I'm going to go ahead and brush that translucent powder away. To bronze up the face, I'm going to be using the Lorac Sundays Tantalizer. That's their Tantalizer Buildable Bronzing Powder. And I'm going to go ahead and just go around the edges of my face. Not necessarily to contour, it's just to give my face that sun-kissed look and to give it more dimension instead of just going through and harshly contouring my cheekbones. I'm enjoying doing this more than just my normal contouring because I feel like it gives me more of a natural look. But it also helps that overall I'm more tan, so this doesn't look as placed and it's not as obvious. Okay, for blush, I'm going to go in with Please Yourself in their Mineralized Blush. It's a really pretty pink. And very lightly, this thing is so pigmented. Very lightly, I'm going to go and dust the apples of my cheek. And just drag it back. You can always add more, but blush is so hard to get rid of. Blush is another thing that I want to really get into and try different ones out. I know they're really popular. That's the only one I have for right now and it works, so. I'm going to be going in with Bronze Goddess Heat Wave in I believe this is Estee Lauder. And I'm going to go with a big highlighting brush and hit the apples of my cheeks and my forehead. I want to look like a glazed donut in the summer. I don't even care. I know that's not everyone's thing, but why not? I feel like having a glow makes you look healthy, it makes you look tan, it makes you look fresh. A really big thing, if I were to recommend like the most important MAC items that I love, I would definitely say the Fix Plus. Let me spray real quick. It is one of those things that you can layer on as many layers as you want, like whether that's powder, liquid, all those different elements, and this pretty much melts it all together and makes it look seamless. So I really like this. This is good for when you don't have makeup on, if you just want a refresher. If you're doing people's makeup, like freelancing, I've been doing a lot of weddings. This saves my life just because so many people have a little bit of dry spots. Their skin texture is so uneven that this kind of just helps balance it out, as well as melts everything together to make it seamless. I'm doing this Faces set so that way I can lay a more intense highlighter. This is the Artist Couture Conceited. It's like a little powder, so I do need like kind of a tacky base while it's drying to lay that down. The smaller brush, this is a little Real Techniques brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that right on the top part of my cheek. I got all of these items pretty much, my boyfriend and I, we went to Chicago for a little mini weekend trip, and of course I ended up spending all my money on makeup. Their Sephora had all of the high-end brands there, like the really nice high-end brands, and I didn't even know what to do. I was so overwhelmed, and I wish I had more time to look at that to where I knew I wanted to buy stuff. So I went the MAC route, and they had Artist Couture there, which I have a Gold Digger loose glitter too, loose highlighter as well, but the fact that they had all of them there to swatch, I was freaking out. Lady in the Chicago MAC like outlet on the Magnificent Mile, she was so kind. She was the manager. She was so cool. She shade matched me. I was actually going to go for the like their normal fluid fix fluid, I don't know, their foundation, and she said that she picked this for her wedding over, I don't know what, I want to say Estee Lauder or something. Another really good one that I like. She said this was better. So thanks for the recommendation. Love it. Okay, so now that our face is set, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera just for the sake of this video so it's not super duper long. Okay, so for the eyes, I just got this Extra Dimension eyeshadow. It's called Sweet Heat. I'm going to be focusing on this today, so I'm going to do a really basic brown smoky eye. It's nothing fancy. I want to pair that on the lid and see how well it looks. Like if it looks very summery, golden, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to be using the Soft Glam palette by Anastasia. I don't have many MAC eyeshadows that are good for like blending and stuff. I have a lot of their pigments. I don't have anything I can like actually build a look with. So I'm just going to be using this palette. I really enjoy it. This has been really awesome for my brides. It's the perfect neutral palette. So I'm just taking Tempera and Glistening and putting that inner corner, putting it by my brow bone. With a rounded fluffy brush, I'm going to be taking Orange Soda and Burnt Orange and putting that all over my lid. Really excited to show you guys the gloss I got. Really like their lip glosses. Really pigmented, really long wearing. They're very comfortable on the lips. Going in with a more dense rounded brush, I'm going to start darkening up those outer corners. I'm going to do Rustic and Sienna. It's really hard not to like do this to music. I'm so used to getting ready like with music playing that I can't obviously have music playing because copyright. So hard. All I hear is myself breathing. So with that same brush, I'm going to go in with Cypress, Umber, I don't know. I don't even know how to say it. I'm not even going to try. I'm going to start going at the very outer V and start darkening it up even more. And just kind of patting it in, not even going back and forth because I already did my face makeup. I can't really make mistakes and wipe it away, which normally I would. If I was doing something new to where I would be scared of having fallout, I would definitely do my face makeup last. Good trick for that too is to keep that translucent powder underneath your eyes so that way if you do mess up, you just wipe it all away and it catches onto the powder instead of your face. Because once your body starts creating heat, it's going to make the powder melt into your makeup and not just be easy to brush away, which sucks. Go in with Burnt Orange and blend those two together. I'm going to be doing a wing liner, so I want to kind of bring this out to elongate my eyes. Again with Cypress Umber, that dark brown. I'm trying the little brush that came in the thing. Came with this palette. kind of pokey, not gonna lie, it kind of hurts. Ouch. Taking Sienna, it's a really pretty, like a medium brown reddish tone. I'm gonna go ahead and mix those together. And still doing that cat eye effect. Because you want the eye to be lifted and elongated. For the bottom, I'm gonna do mulberry, which is a really pretty like reddish color, and drag it on the bottom. Okay, I'm so excited. If this doesn't work out, I'm gonna be so sad, but we'll see. I have so many different like shimmery colors to where I feel like I get the same color and then I get home and I'm disappointed because I'm like, oh, I already had that. Using MAC's Fix Plus, once again, I'm telling you guys it's a staple. I'm spraying my brush and I'm gonna dip it into that little pot. It's pretty, it's pretty. I don't know if I'm wowed by it, but I think I'm used to either very golden tones or very vanilla-y tones. Like this is a very, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to ask, like, I'm meeting my best friend for dinner, so I'm gonna have to ask her what she thinks. Like you're your own worst critic. Like you see something on yourself and you're like, ugh, but then someone else will be like, no, don't be stupid. Definitely got a peachy undertone. Well, I'm not gonna be able to return it after I'm digging into it like this, right? Yeah, I think I'll keep it. It's definitely like something I already have though. So that kind of sucks, but go ahead and apply my lashes off camera. I am using the Miami Extra Lily lashes. They're so nice, so good. It took me literally up until now to splurge on them, and they're the best lashes I've ever had. I will continue to buy them because I'd rather use those 25 to 30 times versus buy a $10 pair that's only gonna last you like 1 or 2 times. So okay, so now that I have my lashes on, before I applied them, I actually set my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. One of my favorites, especially for the summer when it's really hot. To finish this look off, I'm going to do my new favorite lip combo that I got. So I've always had cork. I'm going to line my lips with cork. It's a really pretty brown. It's going to look really funny because it's going to look like you're a chola for a second. But what I've noticed with gloss is that sometimes my lips, I don't have a very defined Cupid's bow or bottom lip. They're just kind of like hamburger lips. They kind of just like melt into my face. In order for them to stand out more, I have to line them. And what I like to do is I put Matte Yash by MAC and I put that all over. And with my lips, I kind of just melt it together, if that makes sense. That. And then this is my new gloss I got. It's the MAC lip gloss in the shade, what is this? Strip and Dip. Strip and Dip. And I'm going to apply that all over. What I like about this is on its own it's very light. It's very sheer and almost like metallic. So if you want a brighter look, you can do that. But I personally like the more orangey, darker nudes. If I go too light, it almost looks like I have like concealer on my lips. So that's just not a good look, especially when I'm tan in the paler months. In the colder months when I don't have a tan, say I'd use a more like a pinky tone gloss and lipstick. But for now, I can use brown. Let me zoom you in to give you a closer look at the makeup. Here is the makeup. Let me know what you guys think. Overall, I love all the products that I used. I'm not too sure about the lid color, like I said. I don't know if I like it. I don't know. I feel like I either like really light colors or really like almost orangey copper tones. This whole like champagne color is just like, I don't know if it stands out. Whatever. But yeah, so if I had to recommend, if you want to start off with MAC, if you're not really familiar with their brand, definitely get the Fix Plus. Hands down, that's my favorite. You can do it for so many things, even if you don't wear makeup that often. If you do, this is great for a lot of things. Second, I would definitely say the lip gloss. All of their lip glosses, I shall say, because some of their tube lipsticks are kind of drying. Hit and misses with those. But their glosses just, they're always super nice, super pigmented. They have different ranges between their glosses. They have like the more opaque color. They have the sheer ones. They have the ones that it's like barely anything, just a little bit of specks of glitter. This is definitely, I don't know if this is a special line or what. It's like in a really like pretty reflective box. It might be a special edition. I don't know. And lastly, definitely that waterproof foundation. It's amazing. This is gonna stay, I mean, it's already gonna be the afternoon and I'm just going to dinner, but it would last me all day from morning to night. And maybe if I'm like in the direct heat and I'm baking, summer trick for keeping your makeup fresh, don't ever layer on powder if you're already oily, if you're already separating, if you're already losing your makeup to the heat and you're sweating it off. You want to either get some rice paper. They sell little like rice paper and you can blot with that. Blotting sheets from like Neutrogena and stuff. Or honestly, I'll go to the bathroom, get like a toilet paper sheet. If it's, this sounds so stupid. If it's 2-ply, you want to kind of like, this sounds so extra, but it's not that serious. You want to like rip it to where it's a see-through sheet, like you separate it and it's see-through, or sometimes it's just 1-ply. But you want it to be see-through, and what you do is you just blot like from here to here. You dab it, dab it, dab it, dab it, and you're gonna look on the paper, on the little tissue, and it's obviously gonna be like brown or whatever color you are. That means that you're taking the excess oil off. That's when you go in with a little powder and a little brush and you apply that over it, and it's literally like you just did it. It's fresh, ready to go, you're matte. That's what I do, especially if I know I'm gonna be outside all day, just in case if I'm taking pictures, I will have like just a little makeup bag. So yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Feel free to leave me any suggestions as to what you'd like to see next, but thank you so much for watching.